Okay, we have completed chapter 1. Let's move on to chapter 2. I want you to write the title, Roots of Quadratic Equations. Chapter 2, Roots of Quadratic Equations. And in fact, the first topic is, the title is same as the chapter title, Roots of a Quadratic Equation.
Yeah.
So listen to me carefully, I'm going to explain this. In chapter 1 we learned when we have z square plus let's say you have some number here, okay, I'm gonna take it as okay, probably I'll start from the solutions first. Let's say you have two solutions for a quadratic. One is alpha, another one is beta. You can write the quadratic equation as z square minus the sum of the roots times z plus the product of the roots. This is what we learned in chapter 1, right?
Yeah.
Now let's take this equation. Let's say the coefficient of z square is not 1, it's a z square plus bz plus c is 0. I'm going to divide throughout by a, so it becomes z square plus b over az plus c over a is equal to 0, right? When you compare these two now, you have minus alpha plus beta and b by a, so that gives us this result. Sum of the roots will be equal to minus b over a if you put the minus other side, and then the product of the roots alpha times beta would be equal to c over a. Okay, that's one of the very important result. Sum of the two roots would be minus b over a, product of the roots would be c over a. I want you to copy that. Write exercise 2a now. Exercise 2a, question number 1. Okay, let's read the question. The question clearly says alpha and beta are the roots of this quadratic equation. Without solving the equation, find the value of alpha plus beta. So we know alpha plus, first of all, take ABC from the equation. A is equal to 3, B is equal to coefficient of x, C is equal to minus 4. And we know alpha plus beta is equal to minus b over a, so you will get minus 7 over 3, right? And then for b, alpha times beta is c over a, so that's going to be negative 4 over 3. You understand this?
Yeah.
So these two are easy. Now look at C now. They want you to find 1 over alpha plus 1 over beta, but we don't know the values of alpha and beta, right? In fact, the question says don't solve the equation. So what you need to do, you need to combine this by cross multiplying. So you'll get beta plus alpha divided by alpha beta, right? When you cross multiply using the butterfly method,
Yeah.
is equal to alpha plus beta is this minus 7 over 3 divided by minus 4 over 3. So you will get 7 over 4.
7 over
Understand? Understand?
Yeah.
Copy that, please. We only have these two results. Alpha plus beta is this. Alpha times beta is this. So if they ask you to calculate something else, you need to write them in terms of these two actually. In terms of these two, so that you can plug in the values. Understand?
Yeah.
Okay. Now you see how I am solving D now. This is where we need to use algebraic identities. You know the identity for a plus b whole square, right?
Yeah.
So alpha plus beta whole square is equal to a square plus b square minus, plus 2ab, right?
Yeah.
So we need alpha square plus beta square, so bring it here. So you will get alpha square plus beta square is equal to alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta. Do you understand this step?
Yeah.
And sub in the values of alpha plus beta, so minus 7 over 3 whole square minus 2 times alpha times beta minus 4 over
Minus 4
3.
of 3.
And then simplify.
Yeah.
So 7 over 3 whole square is 49 over 9 minus negative times negative, positive 8 over 3. You'll get 73 over 9. That's all. Take note of it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to question number 3 now. The same exercise, question number 3. We have 6, it's same like the previous question. We have 6x square, a is 6, b is negative 9, c is equal to 2, right? First find alpha plus beta, which is minus b over a. B has a negative sign, so it's going to be minus of minus 9 over 6. That's going to be 3 over 2, right?
Yeah.
Alpha times beta is c over a, which is 2 over 6 is 1 over 3.
1, 3.
Okay.
Squared 1, 1.
So basically the answer for a is 3 over 2. Now let's look at b. We have alpha square times beta square, right? Can I write it as alpha beta whole square?
Yeah.
Which is 1 over 3 whole square is 1 over 9. Understand?
Yeah.
C, we solved this in previous sum. The same method, you combine it, you will get alpha plus beta, beta plus alpha divided by alpha times beta. So you're going to get 3 over 2 divided by 1 over 3. That's going to be 9 over 2. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm going to explain the D. I want you to pay attention closely. When it comes to cube, right, you need to memorize this identity. It's not given in your data booklet. A plus b whole cube, which is a cube plus 3a square b plus 3ab square plus b cube. That's identity. You have to memorize it. Okay? But I'm going to rewrite this. You see, I'm going to take alpha cube plus beta cube here. And then these two terms, right? You can take 3 alpha times beta as a common factor. You will get alpha times beta. Understand what's going on here?
Yeah.
And then rearrange to find alpha cube plus beta cube. Okay? So when I rearrange, what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring this whole thing to this side of the equation. So I'll be left with alpha cube plus beta cube on the other side, right? Is equal to alpha plus beta whole cube minus 3 alpha beta times alpha plus beta. We know the value of alpha plus beta and 3 alpha times beta. Sub in the values. Understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Copy that, please. Now what we can do, just sub in the values there. So you will get alpha cube plus beta cube is equal to this one. Alpha plus beta is 3 over 2 whole cube minus 3 alpha beta, which is 1 over 3 times alpha times beta. Understand what I'm doing?
Yeah.
So this is basically 3 over 2 whole cube, which is 3 over 2 is 1.5 whole cube minus 3 over 2, right?
Yeah.
You'll get 15 over 8. Yes, 15 over 8 is the answer. So you understand how I'm rearranging the identities, right?
Yeah.
So before I solve the question, I'll tell you what are the identities you need to remember, how we are going to rewrite them. The first one is alpha plus beta whole square. You will get alpha square plus beta square plus 2 alpha beta. That's algebraic identity. So if they ask you to find alpha square plus beta square, you can bring 2 alpha beta this side, so you will get alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta. You understand why I'm rewriting this way?
Yeah, because you know how what the value of alpha plus beta and
Alpha times beta. Perfect. Okay. Now alpha plus beta whole cube is, remember the identity this way, alpha cube plus beta cube, 3 alpha beta times alpha plus beta. To find this, alpha cube plus beta cube. You bring 3 alpha beta, that term this side. So you will get minus 3 alpha beta times alpha plus beta. Okay, that's how you are going to rewrite this.
Okay.
Is that clear? We are going to move on to next question. Question number 4 now. The roots of a quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c are alpha and beta. Find the values of a, b, c. We know alpha plus beta is equal to minus b over a. So 2 minus 3 is equal to minus b over a. 2 minus 3 is a negative 1. You will get b over a is equal to 1.
Yeah.
Right? Alpha times beta is equal to c over a. 2 times negative 3 is equal to c over a. So c over a is equal to negative 6.
6.
Right? So we can write the equation as x square. We got b over a as 1, right? This is 1. So if you take this equation ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, divide everything by a, you will get x square plus b over ax plus c over a is equal to 0, right?
Yeah.
Sub in the values here. You will get x square plus 1x minus 6 is 0. Understand? So a is the coefficient of x, b x square, b is the coefficient of x, c is the constant. That's all.
Yeah. Okay.
Copy that, please. Okay, look at the next question now. Question number 5. The roots of the quadratic equation are this. Find the integer values of a and b. Same like before, we are going to find alpha plus beta, but we know it's minus b over a, right?
Yeah.
So minus half minus 1 over 3 is equal to minus b over a. So minus half minus 1 over 3 is a negative 5 over 6. So b over a is positive 5 over 6, right?
Yeah.
And then alpha times beta is c over a. So take alpha times beta is c over a. So c over a is equal to 1 over 6. So far so good. Take the equation ax square plus bx plus c is 0. Divide everything by a. You will get x square plus b over ax plus c over a is equal to 0. Replace b over a by 5 over 6x, c over a by 1 over 6. But they want the values as integers, right? So multiply throughout by 6. You will get 6x square plus 5x plus 1 is 0. Do you get it?
Yeah.
B is 5, C is 1. That's all. Copy that, please. Now look at this one. Same like before, but we have complex number here. So alpha is basically, you split it, minus half plus I times half I. Beta is minus half I. Right?
Yeah.
Alpha plus beta, both the imaginary part will be cancelled. You will get minus 1.
Yeah.
Minus half plus minus half, which is equal to minus b by a. So we know b over a is equal to 1. Okay. Alpha times beta, when you multiply them, you will get a square minus b square, because you have a plus b times a minus b, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which is gonna be 1 over 4. I square is negative 1 plus 1 over 4, which is 1 over 2, which is same as c over a. Right?
Yeah.
Now take the equation ax square plus bx plus c is 0. Divide throughout by a. X square plus b over ax plus c over a is equal to 0. Sub in the values, you will get x square plus b over a is 1. So x, c over a is 1 over 2. but they want integer values. Multiply throughout by 2, you will get 2x square plus 2x plus 1 is 0. A is 2, B is 2, C is equal to 1. Do you understand this?
Yeah.
Okay. You can copy this later. I'm going to move on to the next question. A different type of question.
Okay.
Question number 8 now. Okay. The question number 8 says, given that the quadratic equation kx square plus k minus 3 times x minus 2 is equal to 0. Find the value of k if sum of the roots is 4. That means alpha plus beta, if you take sum of the roots, alpha plus beta is 4. This is going to be same as minus b over a, right?
Yeah.
From the equation, can you tell me what's b and a? From the quadratic equation, b is the quotient of x, right?
Yeah.
So b over a, right?
Yeah.
So you will get, bring the minus k here, minus 4k is equal to k minus 3. So you will get 3 is equal to 5k.
3 over 5.
3 over 5, that's all. Understand?
Yeah.
Copy that please. Question number 9. This equation has two roots, alpha and minus alpha. So sum of the roots would be alpha plus minus alpha, which is 0. So minus b over a is equal to 0, or b is equal to 0, right?
To 0.
So take b, coefficient of x, minus 16 plus n is equal to 0. N is equal to 16. Sorry, minus 16, right? Minus 16.
0. Minus 16, yeah.
Yeah. That's just a 2-mark question, okay? So probably I'll move on to the next question. Question number 10 now. Now they say the roots are reciprocal of each other. So one root is alpha, the other root would be 1 over alpha now.
So they multiply to 1.
Exactly. Alpha times 1 over alpha is equal to c over a, right? So 1 is equal to c from here. C is k, a is 6. K is equal to 6. Understand?
Yeah.
You can copy this later. I will explain one more question.
Okay.
Question number 11 now. The equation mx square plus 4x plus 4m is equal to 0 has two roots k and 2k. So when you find the sum of the roots, k plus 2k is going to be same as minus b over a, which is 3k is equal to the b over a from here. B is the coefficient of x, a is m.
4 over m.
Correct? Okay, you keep it there. Now take the product of the roots now. K times 2k, that's the product, right? It's gonna be equal to c over a. C over a is what from the equation?
4m over m, which is just 4.
Yes, 4m over 4. Here you will get 2k square. So 2k square is equal to m. Sorry, 2k square divided by m, right? You cancel this.
Yeah.
You get 2k square is equal to 4. K square is equal to 2, right?
Yeah.
K can be plus or minus root 2. We got the value of k already. Now we need to find m by subbing the value here.
Yeah.
Okay. So from here, make m as a subject first. You will get m is equal to minus 4 over 3k, right?
Yeah.
So when k takes positive root 2, m would be minus 4 over 3 root 2. When k takes negative root 2, m would be positive 4 over 3 root 2. Understand?
Yeah.
So that's all. Copy that.